Hopefully you can hear me. I'm on a audio's coming from my cell phone. It's pretty noisy out here though. Generators, construction, all that stuff. So, but we're gonna take off and we're gonna check this out. Here we go. Aim that camera down so you can see what's happening once we take off. So there's the site over there. That's it. So gonna start by getting a couple shots. So there's one particular shot I want to get that I've kind of planned in my head all day, but I'm gonna get some other stuff first so we can kind of see just what's happening. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up in altitude a little bit. So I'm about 150 feet up. One of the major rules about getting cinematic quality shots is just like pick one thing, one direction. If you go in different directions or you change directions, that's when things start looking unprofessional. So I've always got my eye on the drone, so I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna get ready for the shot that I want to take. So I'm setting up the shot, and what I want to do is I just want to do a straight line over the entire construction site. So I've hit record, and occasionally I'll do like a subtle pan down with the gimbal, which I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna aim it up a little bit and we'll start that way. So all right, here we go. This is the first shot. We get the drone going at a steady state, and then just a slight pan down. So there's my first shot. All right, that was my first shot. I'm gonna set up another shot right above the overhead. So there's a shot that I love to do. Oh, this is cool. So I'm not gonna get that shot yet. I'm gonna do something else. And here comes a crane. We're gonna put the trusses up with a crane. So all right, so this shot I'm gonna do, I just love this. Well, this looks cool right now, but one of my favorite shots is just a straight up, just go straight up. It's kind of a reveal shot. And that looks so cool, all those trusses and everything on the ground. It looks pretty amazing. All right, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna take it back over. I'm gonna stop recording. I'm gonna save some time on my card, and I'm gonna bring the altitude back down. I'm about at 300 feet, and I'm gonna bring it down because there's this other shot that's very similar. I like to do the same shot, but then rotate the drone. I think it's just a cool effect. So you rotate at the same rate as you drop down. So while I'm doing this, I'll tell you a little bit about St. Jude. So, and I talk about this in Instagram stories and things like that. But so what they do every year with this house is there are, I don't know how many, just a lot of different vendors that donate their time and their resources to build this house. So it doesn't really cost, I mean, it costs a lot of individual people their time, their materials, their resources, things like that. But what they do is they donate their time to build this house so that it doesn't cost anything, and then they raffle it off for $100 each. So the tickets are $100 each, and then they raffle it off, and it ends up raising $1 million in whatever market it's in. So St. Jude does this over multiple markets, and they end up raising a lot of money that goes to the kids of St. Jude. So it's a shot that I'm looking for, and I love the shot. There's so much. Let me rotate a little bit, because what I like about this shot is all the different lines. So you've got like these perpendicular and parallel lines, and then with the angle of the sun, you've got like a straight 45 degree. It looks really cool to me. So here's the next shot, is I'm gonna get this drone, I'm gonna go straight up again, but I'm gonna rotate as I go up. So I'm gonna try to make it as smooth as possible, so here goes. So smooth and linear is the way to do it. And I probably spun a little bit too fast for my liking. So we're up to 300 feet now. I'm over on the right of the screen. So let's get myself oriented. And we're good there. So the other thing I want to do is, so I'm still rolling on my card. I'm gonna back up. And I do see there's some large power lines. We're actually next to the interstate. There's some large power lines, so I want to watch out for those. So I'm backing this up. This could be a shot I use as I back up. I'm gonna aim down just a little bit, so I'm lined up with the sight, and I'm gonna do that same thing. Let's see. Back up a little more. We'll get a little more context. Okay. So this is the site here, and I am just gonna fly straight over. So we flew over. This is a cool shot. I'm gonna pan down because you can, still looks pretty cool like that. Okay. I'm gonna stop my filming. Hopefully you're still streaming out there. Sorry I can't be on the comments or engaging much because I can get the shot that I want. I'm gonna go ahead and roll because this is a cool shot. And to add a little bit of effect to it, let's do this. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna pan up. As I'm going. Don't really like that pan. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And I can see the blades in the shot. Okay. See where we're at. Looks like things are cutting in and out too. Okay, here we are back at the construction site. Wow, that's a cool shot. It's a little windy up there. Okay, let's get back, get some motion to it. I'm getting that horizon line kind of in the, if you're familiar with the rule of thirds, that horizon line is in the upper third because I want to see what's on the ground the most. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go as fast as I can. Hopefully I don't get the props in the shot. Just going to go fast and get like this moving shot that goes straight over the entire site. And it may be a little choppy for you guys out there on YouTube. The wind's kind of taking it off course a little bit. It's about flying drones too, so if you buy a drone, so I've got mine registered with the FAA so that I can fly it. But I'm just doing this for fun today, so I don't have a commercial license. This is just a hobby for me. But one of the things before you fly is it's funny that I said there's actually an app called Before You Fly, and it's made by the FAA, and it lets you can check to see if there's any airports around you. It basically lets you know if you're like legal to fly wherever you're flying. So before I did this, I checked this out, and you'd be surprised how restrictions on flying. So obviously you probably want permission from the people that are around you, but there's no restrictions here. So we can, as long as we follow the FAA guidelines, which are keep it under, I believe it's 400, any restrictions here. That I've been wanting to get. I kind of have this shot already, so. Okay. So here's the shot that I want to get. This is a cool shot on its own. I'm going to bring it. So I think what I'll do is I'll just do a pretty simple pull out. So I'm gonna go forward just a little bit. Here we go. So there's my simple pull out. It's cool because you can see the people. And you know, the thing I didn't pay attention to is whether I've got a shadow. So here's my next shot. This is something I wanted to get. This is a shot you got to be careful with, though. So I want to get down low and just get a climbing shot. So for something like this, it's good to have, I mean, you should always have line of sight with your drone. Okay, so I've got this shot set up. I'm rolling. Once I get up to the construction site, I'm going to pull up. So here we go. All right, so there's one. No, I didn't really love that shot, but it's okay. It looks like I got about 8 minutes left of flight time. So the one shot that I really wanted to set up for this, so I saw a video once of somebody basically doing a time lapse of a house, and what they did is they set up a point of interest and then like an orbit around the house, and they went it multiple times and they shot it and they turned it into a time lapse that was just like a continuous orbit of the house, which I thought was pretty cool. So what I want to set up is a point of interest that orbits the house. So we're right above again. I'm going to set up my point of interest. I keep getting this warning though, interference. Okay. Point of interest. Okay. So I know you can't see what's on my screen, but I'm going to record this point of interest. Set my radius. So let's see, I want my radius to be I might run out of time here. I'm going to have to do this on the second battery pack because I got 5 minutes left. Take my radius out a little more. I realize you can't see what I'm doing on my screen. You can only see what the result is. So, all right. So I'm about 160 feet away. Oh, there's my low battery warning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off. And so this is going to be the end of this live stream. Anything that I did, feel free to put a comment in this live video, and I'll answer your questions there. So what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to land this drone. So this is me down here. Right there. And I got the sun right in my eyes, so I'm not a fan of disorienting yourself. So I'm going to spin this around. Now that in itself is a cool shot right there. Okay. I'm going to bring this down. Watch out.
Look at that.
All right, we are landed, and I'm live on YouTube, so I'm going to kill my live stream.